So the book I read for this unit was also Let's Pretend This Never Happened by Jenny Lawson. So a bit about Jenny Lawson is she grew up in a very small town in Texas, Wall, Texas, which is just kind of a growing pot for all these crazy stories she tells. She grew up in a very small family on a farm with her mom, her dad, and her sister. And as she got older, she started blogging in 2007. And later, not until 2012, she wrote this book. And continuing, she wrote Furiously Happy in 2015, and in 2017 she wrote You Are Here. In the front, before the book even starts, she has a dedication to her family where she kind of explains that she's always been very thankful for the big lesson that these traumatizing moments that she has throughout the entire book, she's very thankful for because she knows that they make her who she is today. And the introduction is very small, but she kind of dashes in a bit of her personality and what the entire book is really about. And she talks about how she was thrown out of a car at the age of 7. So the table of contents, each story is a different, well, each chapter is a different story, and it's in chronological order, but it's not necessarily all together. And my favorite is, and that's why Neil Patrick Harris would make the most successful mass murderer ever, because each title is not necessarily related to the story, but it kind of draws you in. And that chapter is about her meeting her husband. So the characters of the story, Jenny, who is of course the main character and the author, she is a very nervous person, but she kind of copes with that with humor. And she messes up a lot, but she compensates for that. And her husband Victor, who is very encouraging and supportive of Jenny and her anxiety and all of her mental illness, but he's also very tolerant of all of her shenanigans that she does and what she goes through. So the visual material throughout the story, there's a lot of pictures throughout the story, but she kind of uses it to enhance all of the stories that she tells, because a lot of them are not necessarily believable because you look at them and say, oh, that probably never happened. But one of my favorites was when she had a pet duck named Daffodil, and she had to release it into the wild, and about a week later she discovered that it was eaten by a homeless man. Yeah, and she uses that photo to prove it.
I love that.
And textual material, the story is told through her present self, but she tells it as if she was talking to you as a friend and being very nostalgic with it and telling all these fun stories from her past. At the end, there is an epilogue, but it's not necessarily serious, and it doesn't really talk too much about where she is now as a person. It more just kind of pokes fun at the reader, and it's like you're ending that conversation with a friend, and it's just kind of trimming off into a nice ending. I think the big lesson that I've learned from this book is that no matter how horribly traumatizing a lot of moments in life are, they're to be learned from because they make you who you are today. Because in high school, a lot of us also have those horribly embarrassing moments, but they will be obviously valuable in the future. Another big takeaway from this book is the style that she writes it in is very genuinely herself, and I really enjoyed that about it, is that it just felt like you were talking to her and she was just telling you these fun stories from her life, and it was easy to connect with. I connected personally with Jenny a lot because she's a very nervous person. I'm also all nervous all the time. So it was really nice to connect, and when you connect personally with it, it kind of begins to make you wonder about other people and what they've gone through, because Jenny was a very quiet person in school, and she's went through all of this, and she's such a fun person. It kind of makes you wonder what other people are like in classes and just kind of in life. One of my favorite quotes from this book is, there are a few advantages to growing up poor and not having money for therapy is the biggest. It kind of brings in the idea again of being very grateful for these very traumatizing moments that she obviously needs therapy for, but it's easy. It was really nice for her to have to cope with them herself, because it kind of allowed her to shape herself into the person that she has become and kind of appreciating what her family has done. The goals I've met, I wanted to enjoy reading again because I haven't really enjoyed reading since like 5th or 6th grade, and it was nice to read a book for school that I actually enjoyed and didn't feel like I was dragging on while reading it. And analyzing the genre, I never really have read a memoir before that was actually interesting to read because the genre just didn't really interest me, but it was really cool to learn about someone else's story where they went through all these crazy things, and it was just really fun to read. I would 1000% recommend this book because it's a really fun, kind of easy read, because all of the stories aren't necessarily just a long, dragging on type of thing. Some of them are just small little tidbits that are just kind of fun and nice to read.